students, today we will see chapter number 10 of class 7 science, Respiration in Organisms. How do organisms respire? In different organisms, different types of respiration mechanisms are there. What are those? Today we will see. The chapter starts with a small story about Bujo. Bujo's grandparents are coming after many years. So Bujo rushed towards bus stand. Meanwhile, his breathing rate increased. As soon as he reaches there, his grandparents asked him, "Why are you breathing so heavily?" To which he replies, "Because I came running." But that time, Bujo astonishes and thinks, why it happened so? So answer to all these questions we will get in this chapter. First we will see why do we breathe. In the previous chapter, we saw that all organisms are made up of small microscopic structure called cell. Cell is the smallest structural and functional unit of life for every organism. Each cell of an organism performs certain functions such as nutrition, transportation, excretion and reproduction. And to perform these various functions, cell needs energy. But from where this energy comes from? Parents often say proper eating is necessary. Having a proper diet is essential because it provides us energy. We will see which type of energy is used in respiration. During breathing, oxygen is necessary. When we breathe in air, it distributes in all body parts and reaches to all the cells which perform the function. Oxygen present in air breaks down food and this process is called cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is performed in all organisms through cells. Food, that is glucose, breaks down into carbon dioxide and water with the help of oxygen. If it is occurring in the presence of oxygen, it is called aerobic respiration. And if it is occurring in the absence, then it will be called anaerobic respiration. For example, yeast, it can survive in the absence of oxygen. These are anaerobes. For gaining energy, oxygen is not required. In the absence of oxygen, only it breaks down glucose into alcohol and carbon dioxide. Therefore, yeast cells are used in the process yielding alcohol, wine and beer. Our muscle cells can also respire anaerobically, but only for short time, only in the temporary deficiency of oxygen. For example, heavy exercise, fast running, cycling, walking for several hours, etc., where high demand of energy is there. Then anaerobic respiration takes place in the muscle cells to fulfill the demand of energy. Have you ever thought why we get muscle cramps post-exercise? So partial breakdown of oxygen gives lactic acid. Accumulation of lactic acid results in muscle cramps. To get relief from it, we often use hot water. Now you must be thinking, why hot water bath provides us relief from muscle cramps? So hot water improves circulation of blood flow. As a result, the supply of oxygen to the muscle cells increases and completes the breakdown of lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water. Now we will move to the topic breathing. Perform an activity. Take your friend and close both nostrils and mouth and observe her. You will realize that you cannot do this for a longer period of time because air is essential for our body. Breathing is taking in oxygen-rich air and releasing carbon dioxide-rich air. All these activities are taking place with the help of respiratory organs. The process by which we are taking oxygen is called inhalation and taking out carbon dioxide is called exhalation. It is a continuous process. The number of times person breathes in a minute is termed as breathing rate. So in one breath-in, one inhalation and one exhalation takes place. Students, you can find out your breathing rate by asking your friend to note down number of exhalation and inhalation in 1 minute. Students, breathing rate differs from person to person. In a single minute, 16 to 18 times we inhale and exhale. You can find difference in breathing rate before and after doing exercise, as lots of energy utilizes in exercise due to breakdown of glucose, and that's the reason we feel hungry after doing exercise. Now we will see how do we breathe. We all know that mechanism starts through nostrils. We inhale through our nasal cavity. Air reaches to lungs through windpipe and it is present in chest cavity, which is surrounded by ribs. Diaphragm forms the floor of the chest cavity. Ribs and diaphragm moves during inhalation, which leads to the increased space as lungs get filled with air, whereas in exhalation, ribs move down and inward, reduces its size and air is pushed out of lungs. Students, now have a look on breathing in other animals. Elephants, lions, goats, birds, lizards all have lungs located in their chest cavity like human beings. Let us look at cockroach. They have small openings on sides of its body called spiracles. Apart from it, they have network of air tubes called trachea. Oxygen-rich air rushes in trachea via spiracle, which diffuses in every cell. Similarly, carbon dioxide forms cell escapes through tracheal tubes and move out via spiracle. This kind of mechanism is found only in insects. Next is earthworm. In the earlier chapter, we read that earthworm breathe through their skin. On touching, you can feel that they possess moist slimy skin, which facilitates movement of grasses. Though frogs have pair of lungs like us, but still they can also breathe through their moist slippery skin. Now we will be talking about breathing under water. Students, in this class 6th, we learned that fishes use dissolved oxygen in the water. Gills are the projections of skin that helps in breathing. Now let me ask one question. Do plants also respire? The answer is yes. Like all other organisms, they do respire for their survival. They take oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Cells break down glucose into carbon dioxide and water. Each and every part independently take oxygen from air and give out carbon dioxide. In chapter 1, we already learned that leaves have stomata for exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Students, roots also need energy. They take oxygen from air, spaces between soil particles. Students, let us see what we learned today. We saw respiration is a vital biological process for all living organisms for its survival. There are two types of respiration, one aerobic respiration and second anaerobic respiration. We learned what is breathing, breathing rate and its mechanisms in humans and in other organisms. Thank you students. Hope you have enjoyed the video.